Russian attacks in the Ukraine and the Russian-Ukraine war has got lot of things with Afghanistan. In fact, more than 30 years back, when USSR was one of the superpowers across the world, they intruded into the Afghanistan, and this was one of the main bases of USSR, now Russia. In fact, my cameraman can show you those all Russian tanks which were used then by the Russian army against the Afghanistan and the Afghan Mujahideen, which was then led by Ahmad Massoud, who was one of the main commanders of Northern Alliance and also of the Panchhar, and he was then fighting with these Russian tanks with the guerrilla warfare.
Reminiscent of the bygone Russian occupation of Afghanistan, these remain a testimony of the past, half a century of Afghan struggle to establish themselves as a sovereign nation. Over most of the last 50 years, this landlocked country has lain waste, used as a battleground for the worst wars of recent times. First as a pawn in the Cold War between superpowers, and then, ironically, as a throwback to conservative religious ideologies of darker times. Bombed, invaded, and devastated, Afghanistan has remained wedged in the conscience of the world. When the Taliban started to advance in 2021 and Kabul had fallen, Panchhar was the last hope.
In fact, this is the Panchhar Valley, the lush green trees everywhere, lot of rivers. Panchhar means the valley of 5 lines. In fact, that was the importance of this valley here in Afghanistan. Until 2021, no one in the world had captured the Panchhar Valley. In fact, the USSR could not capture the Panchhar Valley because then the famous fighter Ahmad Shah Massoud of Panchhar Valley was against the Russians.
The Lion of Panchhar, Ahmad Shah Massoud's son, Ahmad Massoud, and former Vice President of Afghanistan, Amirullah Saleh, formed the National Resistance Front and fought a guerrilla war with the Taliban. But for the first time in its history, Panchhar was defeated and captured by the Taliban on the 6th of September 2021.
हम अपने अखलाक से इसके साथ जुड़ रहे हैं ना, जब वो ये पठान लोग जान ले कि किस तरह लोग हैं, ये हमसे बहुत नफरत करता है, कसम से बहुत ऐसे गोर गोर के देख रहा है ना, हम अभी इसके साथ अखलाक कर रहे थे कि वो हमें अच्छी तरह जान ले कि हम किस तरह लोग हैं, तो अखलाक से ही इनका दिल जीतेगा, हाँ इंशाल्लाह.
The Taliban guarding this country carry arms and ammunition left by the Americans. They proudly flaunt them.
There is differently the change after the takeover of Taliban here in Afghanistan within the Bagram air base. Only the helicopters of the US had been kept there. Some of them are being renovated. What we got from the sources, airstrip of the built by the US troops here inside the Bagram air base is active. It is being used by the Taliban fighters, but most of the infrastructure which was created by the Americans had been already destroyed in the Bagram air base.
When the last US flight left this airport, Afghanistan ceased to exist. From its shadows emerged the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, where a parliament building is redundant.
Security team from the Taliban are here. They said the other group were there and sat there in that chair.
Nearly 200 Sikh families lived in Afghanistan till August-September of 2021. Now only 20 are left. Karte Pavan Gurdwara in Kabul wears a deserted look.
The thing is that so far there is not now fear is coming out from these Sikh families here. They are not being behaved badly by the Taliban. In fact, we have seen the security of Taliban people outside this Gurdwara, and same has been provided to some of the other Gurdwaras all across the Afghanistan.
The health sector of Afghanistan misses Indian medical staff. All of them left as soon as the Taliban came to power.
डॉक्टर बजाज दिन में 300 मरीज देखते थे, दिन में 300, सिर्फ डॉक्टर बजाज और डॉक्टर को तो जान दिए। आज सारे दिन में 50 मरीज भी नहीं, 50 क्या 40 मरीज भी नहीं आते।
I obviously think that if you don't help the people of Afghanistan, you will have a problem, because these people will be either disappointed, sad and angry, or there will be hunger, or they will all start fleeing the country and moving to Western countries. So you're better off helping them, yes, of course.
A series of blasts rocked Afghanistan in April 2022. A ruthless Islamic State affiliate known as the Islamic State in Khorasan province, or ISIS-K, took responsibility. They've been growing in Afghanistan's eastern backyard since 2014. In today's Afghanistan, the Islamic State present the greatest security challenge to the new Taliban rulers. The Taliban so far has responded with their characteristic heavy hand, sweeping through suspected Islamic State strongholds, claiming to have shut down scores of so-called safe houses, including several in the capital Kabul. In October and November of 2021, in Islamic State strongholds in eastern Nangarhar province, residents reported bodies hanging from trees. They were told they were Islamic State. This beautiful country, known for its hospitality and rich culture, is a captive of hardship and tussle between the past and present, between growth and religious rigidity, between terror and the rule of terror. Much like the mountains that surround Kabul, with Afghanistan written on them, people of this land do await to rise above the poverty and oppression. They look forward to peace. Caught between different terror organizations, they've been forced to hold the hand of the Taliban, and they patiently wait for things to turn around.
लेकिन वो जो अभी क्योंकि हम क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन में थे, इसके लिए तो थोड़ा वक्त चाहिए, इसके लिए इकोनॉमिक्स बनाने के लिए और थोड़ा प्रोग्राम्स रन देने के लिए। तो इसलिए अभी तक तो हम उससे शुक्रगुजार हैं, लेकिन इतना काफ़ी नहीं, बहुत ज़्यादा काम करना चाहिए और इसके लिए और लोगों की मदद भी उनको लेनी चाहिए।